Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi conducted a high-level meeting with his cabinet ministers and other key officials on Monday amid the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. 4 Indian ministers will reportedly travel to the neighbouring countries of Ukraine, including Romania, Poland and Hungary, to better coordinate the evacuation of hundreds of stranded Indian nationals as Ukraine's airspace remains shut. Cities across Ukraine remain on high alert on the 5th day of the country's fight against Russia's invasion.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday conducted a high-level meeting with his cabinet ministers and other key officials over the ongoing crisis in Ukraine, mainly focusing on the evacuation of stranded Indian nationals in the war-torn country and those who have taken refuge in its neighbouring countries. Ministers Hardeep Singh Puri, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Kiran Rijiju and VK Singh will reportedly travel to the neighbouring countries of Ukraine, including Romania, Poland and Hungary, where stranded Indian nationals are crossing the border and from where the Indian embassies are coordinating their airlift while Ukraine airspace remains shut. Earlier in the wee hours of Monday, India brought home another batch of stranded citizens consisting a large number of students as part of its Operation Ganga, the government's multi-pronged evacuation plan. Over 900 people have been brought back since Saturday and more flights were scheduled to bring hundreds of others in the coming days.
Crossing the border is the biggest battle because there's a lot of crowd there, and some of my friends who came with me are still unable to cross the border because there's a lot of crowd and there's no way out other than fighting and kicking and pushing each other and crossing the border. But after crossing the border, yes, embassy is taking care of everything.
Meanwhile, the Indian embassy in Ukraine on Monday advised students to reach railway stations in Kyiv to avail special trains put for evacuations. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky earlier on Sunday said Russia had agreed to talks near the Belarusian border, but sounded cautious. He said he wanted his people to know he was open to try anything to stop the war.